Welcome to New Sky TV. Leaked photos from a new drama on a cold night reveal Guo Yuxin's rise to stardom, with Cheng Lei playing a supporting role. From short drama queen to long-form drama rising star, Guo Yuxin has shattered prejudices about star power with her billions of views. When she switches between professional and non-professional modes in a second on a freezing set, the market has already voted with its feet. This era no longer needs seniority badges, but fresh talent that can accurately resonate with the audience. Leaked photos from a new drama on a cold night reveal Guo Yuxin's rise to stardom, with Cheng Lei playing a supporting role. Cheng Lei, in a gray military uniform, stands beside a monitor, a thin layer of ice forming on his boots. He shakes his frozen wrists, the gold thread on his epaulets shimmering under the searchlight. Then the startup bell rings. Guo Yuxin, who was just shivering from the cold, turns to look at the camera, her eyes suddenly lighting up. That switch in demeanor is as fast as flipping a switch. This leaked video surfaced on the evening of February 5th and climbed to 7th place on Douyin's trending list in less than 3 hours. The comment section exploded. Some praised her, saying, "She gets into character instantly, that's true actress conviction." But scrolling down, the second top comment took a sharp turn. "This girl's rise to stardom is so fast. She's even paired with Cheng Lei." This one sentence thrust Guo Yuxin into the spotlight. A sweet girl in short dramas paired with a rising star in long dramas. Is it a meteoric rise in resources or strong capital support? Today, we won't discuss acting skills, we'll delve into the most authentic star power algorithm in the entertainment industry behind this comment. Who is Guo Yuxin? She's the undisputed queen of the screen in the short drama circle. From Summer of Fender to We Grow Wild, her face is the key to traffic in the short drama market. Data shows that the cumulative viewership of her starring short dramas has long exceeded 10 billion. What does this mean? It means her base of support is incredibly stable. And Cheng Lei? After the hit Cloud Feather, he indeed firmly established himself among the top new generation of actors. But how volatile is the long drama market? Even top stars need hit shows to sustain their careers, let alone rising actors. So this isn't a question of who's paired with whom. It's a precise match where each party gets what they need. The key to this collaboration was never about who was a good match, but rather who needed whom more. Guo Yuxin needed the vindication robe of a full-length drama. She knew all too well that the billions of views her short dramas garnered would only earn her the label on the line film on Douyin. During red carpet interviews, the host still introduced her as Guo Yuxin, who came from short dramas. That origin felt like a birthmark, like original sin. She smiled and nodded, her nails digging into her palms. The drama Yu that Cheng Lei offered was her only chance to shed that label. Meanwhile, Cheng Lei's team was eyeing the silent sea behind her. What kind of audience were the short drama viewers? They didn't rate them on Douyin, didn't participate in Weibo Super Topics, and didn't care about the Golden Eagle Awards or the Magnolia Awards. They saw clips on Douyin and Kuaishou, and if they were interested, they'd spend money, 30 yuan for the entire series, watch it, swipe away, and move on to the next one. Silent, pragmatic, never publicly supporting idols, yet willing to spend real money to propel someone to billions of views. The long-running drama platform had been eyeing this sea of talent for 3 years, but couldn't budge it. Now, Guo Yuxin has brought this sea of talent with her. So this isn't about who's playing a supporting role to whom. It's a precise, almost ruthless, resource exchange. She traded her background for his, and he traded his legitimacy for her incremental value. At this point, there's no room for ambiguity. Yet, in that leaked video, there's a frame that no one can explain. It's after Guo Yuxin finished filming that long take. The director called, and everyone breathed a sigh of relief. She stood in the corridor, still wearing that thin, breathable indigo cheongsam, motionless. The lighting technician started reeling in the cables, and a stagehand carried a prop gun past her. The rust on the gun barrel brushed against her sleeve, but she didn't flinch. She just stood there, head down, shoulders trembling slightly. Not crying. It was the tension that had been building for 2 months finally releasing. Releasing so quickly, it felt like her bones had been pulled out. No one noticed. The clamor of the rap party could drown out 100 such moments. But Cheng Lei saw it. He stood up from behind the monitor. His military boots stepped over the tangled wires on the ground, over the half-splashed ginger tea, stopping 3 steps in front of her. He didn't speak. He took off his military overcoat and draped it over her shoulders from behind. The overcoat still carried his petite. The heavy grey wool fabric pressed down on her trembling shoulder blades. She turned sharply, her eyes still red. He stepped back, standing in the shadows where the spotlights couldn't reach, his voice flat. "You'll catch a cold." She didn't thank him. She just clenched her collar, her knuckles turning white. At that moment, all the algorithms of fame, traffic substitution, and precise matching shattered in the -15-degree wind. Only one frozen person gave their only warmth to another frozen person. Later, under that popular comment, someone replied, "Is Cheng Lei a little?" The comment wasn't finished, but over 3,000 likes. No one dared to say the rest. It would be too mundane to say it out loud, it wouldn't sound like the kind of story you'd expect in this circle. But ironically, this circle is overflowing with stories that shouldn't exist. At 4 in the morning the night they finished work, Cheng Lei's assistant stood frozen for 20 minutes outside the RV. The windows were tinted, so he couldn't see inside, only that his boss had been sitting alone in the dark for a long time. His phone screen was lit. It was a post from Guo Yuxin 5 minutes earlier, just one picture, the grey woolen military coat, neatly folded on the sofa in her RV. The caption read, "I'll return it to you." He stared at it for a long time. Outside, the fog was thick and impenetrable, and the searchlights went out one by one. He smiled in the darkness. The faint light from the screen reflected in his eyes, revealing the cracks in the ice, the lingering dampness of the winter night, and a resigned tenderness he himself might not even be aware of. Those who calculate too meticulously forget to include themselves in the realm of short dramas. Guo Yuxin is someone who can propel a low-budget production to the platform's homepage, relying on organic traffic to drive viewership. This drama-carrying ability is something many so-called celebrities with only good looks and whose data is propped up by paid promoters dream of. So why did the Udian QIU production team choose her? Was it simply because she was cheap? Quite the opposite. The production team's meticulous attention to costumes and props bordered on the obsessive. They frayed the collar of Su Ruohan's Cheongsam and added lead strips to the lining of Guo Yuxin's mink cape to add a sense of heaviness. Would such a detail-oriented team be more casual in casting? What they valued was Guo Yuxin's raw, unforced acting energy, untouched by the formulas of long dramas, and her inherent appeal that could break through the existing audience of period dramas. This isn't about upgrading her status, it's the market voting with its feet, selecting a new player more suited to the current rules of the game. The hype surrounding leaked videos will eventually fade. But that comment about rising to stardom so quickly was like a thorn, piercing through the facade. Audiences, accustomed to the old order, weren't ready for the new rules. Actors like Guo Yuxin emerged from the raw, unpolished world of short dramas, bringing their unorthodox skills to the halls of established dramas. Some felt they were unworthy of their positions, but have they considered that perhaps the very position itself is no longer suited to this era? When the narrative pace of long dramas is disliked by discerning viewers accustomed to short videos, when celebrity popularity can no longer be directly converted into viewership, actors like Guo Yuxin, who have honed the most precise emotional delivery techniques in the shortest time frames, may well be the future. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.